Hello, everybody, and welcome to this first round OGLA Lacrosse playoff game. I am Owen McDonough.
I am Kat Grimmy.
And tonight we are watching the 5-seeded Jesuit Crusaders play the 12-seeded Lakeridge. Kat,
Yes.
what are you expecting from tonight's game?
Well, Jesuit and Lakeridge have played each other in the past. It was the first game of the season for Jesuit, way back on March 11th.
Wow.
Yes, and they beat Lakeridge 15-5. So, it was a pretty big blowout then, but it's also been 2 months since then, so a lot of time for both teams to grow. But I'd expect it to be, pretty similar in scores. But you never know what Lakeridge would do there tonight. They're out there on the field.
Yes, and playoffs always brings a different type of team to the table. So, yes, I don't think it was quite the seeding that Jesuit hoped for.
No. So they had a new method of ranking the teams this year, going into the bracket, which has caused the rankings to be very different than expected. And so it's making this bracket a little more interesting this year. For example, teams that Jesuit has beat are ahead of them in the rankings. And that's happened with a lot of other teams, too. Lake Oswego, who's beaten OES and Lincoln, is behind both of those teams.
Interesting.
Yes. So it's a little mixed up this year, but obviously the best team will win. And in the bracket, no matter what, no matter their ranking, they're going to fight to get that championship.
Yeah, so should be an interesting playoffs.
Yes.
First round is tonight, and
Yes.
Later rounds go on later into next week.
Yes.
And into the future weeks. Kat, you were talking to me earlier about some key players for Lakeridge. Who should we be looking out for tonight for them?
Definitely should be looking out for Sienna Davies. She is the top shooter for Lakeridge with a 55.1% shot rate. So she has made 49 goals out of her 89 shots. However, compared to Jesuit's top shooter, who is Sydney Landauer, she has made 75 goals out of 119, and she's got a 63% shot rate. So we can really see kind of the difference in total number of shots made as well as that higher percentage there for Sydney.
Yes, that is going to be important in this game. Some star players for Jesuit include junior Ella Smith, someone who was State Player of the Year last year.
Yes, very true. She has some amazing statistics for the team as well. 112 draw controls and 50 caused turnovers. That is the highest number for both of those statistics on the teams. Getting her team a lot of possessions, which is everything in lacrosse.
Yeah, I remember last game that I was watching, Ella controlled almost every single draw.
Oh, yeah.
Which is amazing to see because, it just really helps Jesuit maintain the flow of the game and pretty much just keep the ball off of their defensive side, not make Nina have to make any tough plays or any of their defense.
Yes, she's a phenomenal player, and really, it's great to have such young, talented people on the team to really keep the Jesuit lacrosse legacy going forward here.
Yeah. Who are some other key players on the defense for Jesuit tonight?
For Jesuit, well, sadly, one of their best defenders, Grace Hamburg, is injured right now, so she will not be out on the field for the rest of the season, which is a huge disappointment because it's her senior year. But Georgia Gray, Ziggy Burkoff, there's a lot of Jesuit has a really strong defense, and those are some of their best defenders out there.
Yes. Well, we will be looking for them to control the play if any big plays come out of the Lakeridge offensive end.
Yes.
What else are you expecting to see tonight, Kat?
I'm expecting to see a really hard fight from both teams. Going into playoffs, once you lose, you're done. That's it for you. And so that's really big stakes for the team. I know for Jesuit, they kind of have a goal of playing till the last game of the year is what they always say. So getting to that final game, getting to the final round, and just keeping it going. So there's going to be a really big fight from both teams to stay in it and keep playing as far as they can into playoffs.
Yes, well, another key player for Jesuit tonight is fellow JCTVer Grace Lee. We caught up with her earlier today, and we will be showing you that interview right now. Enjoy. And thank you for that, Grace. So the teams are getting checked for their sticks, making sure everything
Yes.
is all in place, getting ready for this game.
Just another example of all those crazy women's lacrosse rules. You know, a lot of the regulations on their sticks and the stringing on them, and how the ball lays in the stick. And while they're doing that, while the teams are all lined up down there, why don't we go over rosters?
Yes, that seems appropriate. Would you like to start with Lakeridge first?
Yes, so our visiting Lakeridge Lakers, number 1 is Sienna Davies, number 2, Jane Pearson, number 3, Amadea Bortoli, number 4, Marie Hartfield, number 5, Hannah Hutchett, number 6, Abby Beckley, number 7, Maya Glumbick, number 8, Stella Hartfield, number 9, Allison Buckles, number 10, Aiden McCulloch, number 11, Aaron Freer, number 12, Katie Burgess, number 13, Sydney Utek, number 14, Eliza DeForio, number 16, Chanel Buck, number 17, Lindley Patton, number 18, Grace Wiley, number 19, Santal Tacconi, number 20, Lindsay Hamlin, number 24, Lily McGinley, and number 25, Avery Basso.
And for the Jesuit Crusaders tonight, we have number 2, Olivia Porter, number 3, Samantha Rude, number 4, Ella Smith, number 5, and fellow JCTVer Grace Lee, number 6, Maya Erickson, number 7, Ziggy Burkoff, number 9, Paige Havel, number 11, Karis Huh, number 12, Parker House, number 13, Sarah Noteboom, number 14, Kiana Santiago, number 16, Elizabeth Diongle, number 17, Daigle, excuse me, number 17, Sydney Landauer, number 20, Brooke Olson, number 22, Isabella Sobel, or Bella Sobel, number 23, Amanda Kerr, number 25, Georgia Gray, number 32, injured tonight, Grace Hamburg, and number 60, goalie Nina Mahler. The Jesuit Crusaders are coached by Mackenzie Colson and assisted by Lauren Blumhard.
Close.
Yes.
Doing great there.
Doing great.
Yeah, and I can attest to what great coaches Mackenzie Coulson and Lauren Blumhardt are. Really, really have led the team to success. As we know, last year Jesuit made it all the way to the state finals, and I think they're definitely hoping to do the same again this year. And of course, it all starts with this first round.
Yes, speaking of the first round, some other first round games this season will be talked about after our national anthem. Enjoy. Welcome back, everyone, to the women's lacrosse game. As I was saying earlier, our other first round games going on tonight are Tualatin versus Churchill, Summit versus Hood River, and Sunset versus West Lynn.
Yes, so, 4 games going on tonight, and we'll see who comes out on top for all of them. And, there are also 4 teams that have a bye into the second round, which also is quarterfinals. There's only 4 rounds of playoffs for women's lacrosse. But Lincoln, is the number 1 team. OES is number 2. Lake Oswego is number 3. And Westview is number 4. And all of those teams have byes to the second round. So if Jesuit wins this game tonight, they will be playing Westview on Friday at Westview.
Big game.
Big game, yes. However, I think if Jesuit makes it to that point, they have beaten Westview in the past, so hopefully they'll be able to pull out that win too if they can get through this first game tonight.
Yes, well, game is about to start.
Yes.
Looks as if Brooke Olson will be in the draw for Jesuit.
Yes, we got Brooke on the draw with, I believe that is Ella Smith, and that looks like Kiana Santiago out there on the circle, ready to get that ball. Like I was talking about earlier, Ella really has those great statistics for draw control. So we'll see if she can get the first one right out of the gate for this game. And we can already hear Coach Colson yelling down there on the field. And a little bit of a scuffle, and Lakeridge comes up with it. And it looks like we got a stick through the sphere there, and Lakeridge will maintain possession, but ball was dropped. You can really see, right out of the gate, the fight for that ball,
Yeah.
Not even 30 seconds in, and everyone's really going after it,
It's just that playoff mentality.
Yes, it really you can see how it changes the style of play.
And
Jesuit has come up with the ball there after a lot of drop passes and movement around, and they're trying to get that down the field now. I think really just trying to get that first goal, because that first goal can set the mood for the whole game.
Ella Smith into Sydney Landauer with the nice
First
shot
goal.
there. First goal of the night, puts up Jesuit up 1-0, about a minute into the game. Nice shot there, nice passing by Ella Smith. Assist for her. And I really think it started with that good defense.
Yeah, I mean, really just getting that ball back, regaining that possession. I mean, that's what changes it. Like I was talking about, possessions are pretty much key. You can't score if you don't have the ball, so it's really everything. Especially in games like this, where everyone's moving so quickly. There's going to be a lot of shots taken, probably a lot of goals. It's not going to be a slow-moving game, so you really just got to possess the ball as much as possible. And looks like they're setting back up for the draw. Brooke Olson taking it again. And it's up.
And Ella Smith looks to be able to recover it.
With the ball. There we go.
Nice recovery there.
Yes. It's hard after raining this afternoon. It makes the turf really slick. And that can make it difficult to pick up balls. Can make it difficult to really do anything. Running's harder. The balls are a little more wet, so it can be harder to throw them. Everything's off, but luckily it is not raining on our girls right now, so hopefully we'll have a little bit easier time. But yeah, just the turf being wet, it does make a difference in a game. Looks
Lakeridge,
like
foul or
some sort of call there. Mm-hmm. But Jesuit is already back with the ball.
Samantha Rude with the recovery there.
Yes. Ella with the ball, and we've got a call. 3 seconds on Lakeridge, which will give, let's see, doesn't look like Ella will have an 8-meter, but she does have a pretty good look to goal there.
Yeah, I think Ella's going to look to score here.
Yes. Not an official, penalty shot, but, oh yeah, and they crashed on her, made sure she couldn't get another point in there, but let's see, we got Sam with the ball. Passing over to Kiana. I'm looking for a roll. It passes it in, but the ball was down.
Lakeridge player nailed in the face there.
Gosh, yeah. Looks like she is having a little bit of a problem. And a coach going out onto the field there.
She looks to be okay, but never like to see that. They don't wear helmets in this one, so.
Yes, yeah, just the goggles, and while those do, protect from getting hit in the eye, it can be really dangerous. I mean, as you can see, that's one of the difficulties with them not wearing quite as much equipment, is it can be kind of dangerous for them. And it looks like she might just have a bloody nose, but hopefully she is okay, and hopefully we will see her back in the game. That is Santal Tacconi, number 19. And it looks like it'll be Lakeridge ball after that.
Looking to advance it onto Jesuits' defensive half here.
Yes.
Shift the game from a sort of Jesuit offensive power right now.
Yeah.
Pass back there as Lakeridge attempts to bring it up the field.
Yes, and back to their goalie, it looks like, trying to get a good clear, and she gets it just past the 15-yard line there. And Jesuit stops the girl, though, manages to get her to drop the ball, but there's no call on the play. So that's really great defense on Jesuit's part, getting a good positioning, making sure the girl can't run through them, but getting that ball back in a legal way, which is hard to do in women's lacrosse considering the sheer number of rules.
Yes. And it's hit out of the hands of Kiana Santiago, but
Looks like she's got an 8-meter there.
yeah,
We'll see if
good
she
opportunity
can-
for a
yes.
score here.
And she makes it.
Another goal there puts Jesuit
Yes.
up 2-0.
Yeah.
Very good start for the Crusaders. About 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, great shot right into that top left corner there. It's difficult for goalies, right-handed goalies, as most of them are, to get those left-handed shots. So for a girl to be able to, if they can shoot it that way, then that's a great opportunity.
Yes, very good opportunity for the Crusaders there. Second capitalization of the night puts them up 2. And the momentum's really riding with Jesuit right now.
Yeah. And looks like we got Grace Hamburg in, as well as Bella Sobel, both of them out there now.
Not Grace Hamburg.
Oh, sorry, Grace Lee. Goodness. There's a lot of
Yes.
Graces. It can be confusing. But Grace Lee's out there taking the draw, and Bella's on the circle looking to get that ball, and Lakeridge comes up with it, though. Trying to get it down the field, but it is dropped on a pass and recovered by Georgia Gray. And passes it to Grace Lee there, who is sprinting down the field. Lots of Lakeridge girls chasing her there. Oh, and it is grabbed by the goalie there, intercepted. That's a bold move for a goalie to try to get that pass, because if they get caught out of the goal and
It's almost an immediate goal for the Crusaders if
yeah.
she would have missed
if it doesn't
there.
work out, then
But the risk paid off.
yeah, I mean, in playoffs, you got to take risks like that. And she tries to clear it out, but it is dropped and almost all the way down the field. It is recovered by a Lakeridge player at about the 25-yard line. And they are finally attacking, and it looks like we got some sort of call. Now, that's a new interesting rule this year as well, is the refs do not have to whistle the start of play again. So if there's just like a foul when transitioning down the field, they don't whistle to start again. They still do whistle, obviously, for the draw and for 8 meters, but not for start of play.
Yeah, it's interesting. It provides kind of
Yes.
a sort of an advantage to the offense
Yeah.
there.
Keeps everyone on their toes a little bit. I would not like that rule, I gotta tell you. I would feel, it looks like she's rolling to goal trying to get a shot, but Nina blocks it, and it pops out of the crease and back in, and Nina has the ball, looking for a fast clear right out to Bella there before anyone can get in front of her. That is a great pass, and Bella is just moving down the field.
Some great defense there by Nina. Nice stop.
Yes, yeah, that was a great block. Low shots can be really hard to get, and she did that beautifully. Trying to get her hands on that ball until it eventually went back into the crease, and she grabbed it there. And it can be difficult with that many girls around the crease to get a good clear out, and she had no problems just getting right to Bella. It's a sign of a really great goalie there, is not getting too nervous under the pressure of, being crowded. Goalies are used to having their little 6-foot circle around them, so when there's a lot of girls there, it can be kind of intimidating.
Yeah. Looks as if Sydney Landauer tried to get in a few times there, but had to bring it out. And Jesuits playing a bit of the passing game.
And Sydney gets the shot, and it is stopped by the goalie, and just still in her stick there, didn't even let it bounce out, so she's ready to get that clear. Jesuit is trying to make sure that all the Lakeridge girls are occupied so that goalie can't get a clear out. And they're doing a pretty good job in staying on him. And ball's out, and it's dropped.
That would have been a big opportunity there.
Yeah. Still recovered by Lakeridge. It looks like we had a push. It looks like we're waiting a second. Girl was not quite starting.
Lakeridge walking around right now.
And the ball is dropped.
Nice pickup by Ziggy Burkhoff there. She's bringing it up the field.
Yeah, just blowing past them. I mean, those stick skills are key because, like I was talking about, it's possession. If you drop the ball just like that, I mean, can be turned over in a second, and that can be the difference between a shot and not.
Dropped by Olivia Porter there, and it gets past them again.
Recovered by number 8.
For the Crusaders. Ziggy with another pickup there. Dropped by Ella. A little bit of sloppy play being done right here by both teams. Ella able to pick it up, but Jesuit tries to advance the ball.
It's just a lot of back and forth at this point, with only...
And Grace Lee
with a goal, JCTV's own.
Yes, representing broadcast journalism very well is Grace Lee. With another goal there.
And with an assist from Ella Smith. And it looks like we got a timeout now on the field.
Yes, that goal puts Jesuit up 3-0. Yeah. The exact start to the game that the Crusaders wanted. About 17 minutes left in this first half of play. Kat, what have you seen that has led the Crusaders to this 3-0 lead so far?
I think it's just really been taking advantage of the opportunities they've been attacking. It's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of movement in the middle, drop balls as we were seeing, a little bit of sloppy play there, which I'm sure they're getting talked to right now. But I think it's really when they are down there on the field and they do have the ability to take those shots, they're going for it because you can't hesitate. You can't be nervous about these things. You really just got to go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good play from a lot of different players. Yeah. Jesuit capitalizing on both ends of the field, defensively and offensively.
And I would not be surprised if the game started to get a little more foul heavy, though. We've already seen a pretty good amount. Not too many, but, as playoffs continue, and as both teams get a little more nervous, a little more on edge, about trying to advance, their play is going to continue to get a little more rough around the edges, and we might start seeing a few more calls, especially after what happened earlier with number 19 getting hit by the ball. They're really going to be on the lookout for that kind of thing.
Yes. So, in timeout right now, but another draw after this. Yes. Hopefully, our Lakeridge, I think, hopes to get a few quick goals here, try to get back into this game before Jesuit can build too big of a lead.
Yeah, it's, a timeout can really change the pace of a game, making everyone step off the field. It takes you out of that adrenaline rush, so I think Lakeridge is really hoping to get a change of pace and get that possession there.
Kat, you used to play lacrosse. What's the feeling right now if you are Lakeridge? What are you feeling when you're down 3-0, still early in the game, but what are the thoughts and feelings right then?
Not to flex too hard for Jesuit, but being down 3-0 at the beginning of a game is not something Jesuit's too familiar with. I gotta say, in the few situations where you have been that, it's stressful. You were starting to get pretty down on yourself, and you really need to count on your teammates to lift you up, make sure that you're still feeling motivated, because it can be it can be pretty heartbreaking to be seeing this, especially when you want it so bad. So I'm sure there's a lot of stress right now. This is when the team really needs to come together to support each other. And Lakeridge has actually gained the possession of the ball now, which I'm sure they're real excited about, just running down the field trying to get that shot. And it is blocked by Nina.
Another great stop.
Another great stop.
Quick out to Grace Lee.
Yes, just not even hesitating to get possession back to her team, give them another opportunity to shoot.
Ella bringing it up the field now.
That was a beautiful, beautiful move there by Nina. I mean, pretty much taking a shot undefended there. Defense wasn't quite getting in front of her because it was a quick move down to goal by Lakeridge, and she just blocked it and got it right back out to Jesuit like it. Lakeridge never even had possession. That's really phenomenal. And Lakeridge is back with the ball, though, right now. Try and move it back down the field. It looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of back and forth in this game.
And Sydney Landauer and Grace Lee run into each other. They seem to be okay because they're both running up the field. And Ziggy Burkhoff is running up with the ball now.
Looking for a goal and has to pull it back out. Yeah, like I was talking about, when there's this much riding on this game, you see a lot of people really going for it. So I think the girls are really going to have to be cognizant of that as they go into the game.
Yeah, it's just that playoff mentality.
Yes.
Grace Lee with the ball now, throws it over to Olivia Porter.
How many times are we going to say playoff mentality during this
podcast?
It's
a lot of times.
It's important. It shapes the game.
God, it's just that playoff mentality.
It's just that playoff mentality. Ball dropped. In addition to making people, really, really want it, really make you passionate about it, it also can bring about a lot of nerves, as we can see, I think. And I think it's getting to some of the girls. Great crash there, though, by Lakeridge, keeping Kiana out as she tries to pull it back in, but passes out to Sydney. Grace is looking for a goal. But yeah, we can see a lot of drop balls out there, which is unusual.
And another goal there.
Eliza Daigle.
Yes.
That
finally got that pronunciation down. Yes, Eliza Daigle with the goal there. That puts Jesuit up 4-0 about 10 minutes into this first half. Great start for Jesuit. I mean, this is exactly what they wanted. Great start to the playoffs, too. I think starting out a game like this really can, and if they close and play the rest of the game as they're playing now, that leads them very well into the next game, provides them with some momentum, and also just provides them with a good attitude.
Yes, yeah. A little quick math here from your from your announcers, based on the fact that they have scored 4 goals in the past 10 minutes. If they continue with that pace of 1 goal every 2.5 minutes, by the end of this half, they will have 10 points scored. So that's
quick maths with Kat.
Yeah, took that AP test on Tuesday, so really in that mindset as we get back into the draw here.
And Ella Smith
had it, but it fell out of her stick, and Grace Lee picks it right back up for Jesuit. But yeah,
Ella Smith with an opportunity here.
And loses the ball, but
it.
Sydney recovers it.
Jesuit has been able to capitalize on the opportunities they've had, but
yes.
I have still seen a little bit of sloppy play from them.
Yeah.
Some bad passes, some drops, something you don't see super often from especially star players like Ella Smith. But
yes, I mean, like I was talking about, it's nerves and also the weather conditions. Ooh, I'm surprised there was not a call on that. That was a little bit of a messy play there with Grace Lee looking to the goal and kind of gets knocked around and the ball falls out of her stick. And then goalies gain possession for Lakeridge there after Lakeridge girls get the ball. But yeah, like I was saying, the weather conditions can cause some issues with that. It makes the ball not fall into the net quite as nicely. And also just adds a little bit of a slickness to it. Makes it a little hard to catch. But
the good thing is these players are making up for it, though, with still playing very well in a lot of opportunities. Just a few times, a few little slip-ups.
Yeah.
As Lakeridge maintains possession here.
Yeah, down on attack now, which we have not seen them spending too much time down there. And looks for a goal, but Jesuit keeps him out and crashes and regains possession after another drop. Pass ball is dropped again. That was a quick turnover back and forth there. Looking for a pass into a goal. Can't quite find it.
Brooke Olsen with the dropped ball there.
Yeah.
Just seemed to slip out.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's the rainy conditions. Hopefully it doesn't start raining on them because that can also just be cold and miserable out there on the field. And they are just looking, number 2 with the shot, and there's some sort of a call. Nina blocked the shot there. It was kind of looked like it was a little unintentional. It slipped out and went kind of high. But she will get an 8-meter for some call on the play there. So luckily she can, that's number 2 there, and she can make that shot up. Shot is blocked by Nina Mailer.
Another great save from Nina.
Yes.
Someone we've seen, I think, just 3 saves on the night.
Every shot that's been made, she saved it.
Ella running there.
It's impressive.
Yes, good opportunity here.
Yeah, I mean, Nina's really, right off the pipe.
Just a missed shot there.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. Jesuit recovers
Recovered it by Sam Rude.
What an opportunity there. I mean, Ella Smith's pure speed just, she's able to do that.
Ella's got the ball, goes for a shot, and it's a little slow, but still pops it in the net there. Putting Jesuit up 5-0.
Yes, a little bit of confusion on the field as I think, some people thought it was a penalty. But yes, another goal for Ella Smith. I believe that's her second of the night.
Yes. Yeah.
Good start for her and good start for the Crusaders again.
Yeah. Definitely doing a great job there. And, I mean, that really started with Nina. She's been having a great game tonight. Lots of stops, lots of great clears, no dropped passes on the clears for her. So, really setting your team up for success there, getting the ball back for them, keeping Lakeridge from scoring, and letting Jesuit have the opportunity to be attacking again. So, great job to her. She's having a fantastic game tonight, really stepping up. And we are back to the draw. And recovered, just grabbed out of the air there by Kiana Santiago. And that was a harsh swing, but no call on it as Sydney looks to the goal and drops the ball. It's recovered, though, by Bella Sobel.
Good opportunity there for the Crusaders. Just dropped ball by Sydney there. Nothing you can do about that.
Nothing you can do about a rainy game. And I'm sure they haven't had playing conditions like these in a while. Been having pretty good weather, so it's probably odd to be doing that. Earlier in the season, it is intense, though, to play lacrosse. In early March. Checked ball after a attempt to shoot by Bella, and Lakeridge recovers it. Trying to get it back, and it is grabbed out of the air there by Georgia Gray.
Georgia Gray playing some great defense tonight.
That was fantastic. Great interception there, letting her team get the chance to shoot, and it is in.
Another goal for the Crusaders.
By Kiana Santiago there.
6 in the first 15 minutes. I don't know what to think.
They're staying up with their a goal every 2.5 minutes. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've got about 11 minutes left to make 4 goals and keep that pace up.
Yes, well, a nice shot there. I honestly think that this game, Jesuit is playing so well because of their defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia Gray with the stop or the turnover there, or she got a turnover from Lakeridge there, provided just the whole play, able to get that goal there, and I think Jesuit's defense is really, really helping them get a lot of scores tonight.
Well, that's the interesting thing about all the play happening in the midfield, in those transitions, is, it's not just the defense, it's also the attackers out there trying to gain possession of the ball. Everyone's in play from the 30 to 30, so they can really, they're all fighting for it. And you can really see them working hard to just gain possession of the ball, making sure that Lakeridge doesn't even have the opportunity to be shooting there. And it looks like Lakeridge has, maybe not. There's a little bit of a struggle.
Lakeridge finally gets
come
recovery.
Up with it, yes. But we really been seeing a lot of effort to just keep the ball out of Lakeridge's hands.
As if Paige Havel recovers it there, and
it
another
is
turnover.
Intercepted, and she's looking a goal. Trying to get a shot there, but she's blocked by Paige. Trying to roll the crease and kept out. But yeah, it's crucials, and I speak from experience on this, can be very hard to block. When a girl's pretty much right on top of you, if there's no one in front of you, she can just pop it over your head unless you get right up on her put your stick up, get in front of her, but they can be difficult to block.
Sydney
So-
Landauer with the opportunity here.
Yeah, let's see if she goes for it or pulls out based on the fact that defense is getting down there and getting in front of her.
Bella Sobel with the ball now.
Yeah. Jesuit.
Nice pass in
has
there
it
to Brooke Olsen with
undefended,
another goal. Wow.
It's got a little loud there, but that was a beautiful look. I mean, just Brooke was able to just pop right into the middle of the 8 there, and undefended with a great cut, great look, great assist for another goal for Jesuit. That was a phenomenal play as we go into another timeout there.
The score is 7-0. About 9 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Jesuits just
Yes.
having fun out there, really
They're-
capitalizing on every opportunity.
They've been doing a fantastic job.
Some nice passing. I've seen one thing that I have noticed about Jesuits' offense is their sort of pass and cut
Yes.
is kind of the game that they play. And, I mean, it works almost every time. They can finally find someone open eventually. I mean, they get kind of circle around as every single girl cuts in.
That's something really. Oh, it is raining on them a little bit out there. That'll make it a little more difficult. I just now noticed that. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here. But that's something that's really ingrained in the girls is passing around. You know, there's a certain drill that they have to do at practice. At least last season they did, where no one girl could hold the ball for any more than 3 seconds. So it'd be 3 seconds, and you have to pass it to someone else to just keep the ball in constant motion. And that's really key to, you know, just be getting new angles, new potential for a shot out there on the field. And, you know, settled play can be a little more difficult for a team, you know, when you got like a quick shot, quick look to goal, you know, there's not a lot of defenders down there. It can be really easy to just get on top of the goalie, not have a lot of people pressuring you. But settled play, it can be difficult with all the girls around you trying to stop you, you know. That can make it more difficult to get that shot. So they've been doing a great job of that as well, because there has been pretty good mix of settled play and just quick looks to goal.
Yeah, some good play from the Crusaders. And
Yes.
we have seen a few bright opportunities from Lakeridge.
Yes.
No goals yet from them, but a few passes that have been intercepted and a few good runs that looked to be potential goals. But I mean, Nina has just been playing so well. Nina
She's
alongside
been having a fantastic game.
alongside the whole defense has really just kept Jesuit in this movement that is their 7-0 lead.
She's just been doing an amazing job. And the girls are heading back out onto the field now. So let's see if Lakeridge can recover a little bit after that timeout. You know, trying to once again get that break of pace, get something new happening, and get a look, maybe get a goal there. You know, really just trying to kind of stop Jesuit's momentum for even just a moment. And the draw is up, and let's back up in the air again. And
Brooke Olsen tries to recover it there.
still no recovery. The ball is slippery and just rolling out everyone's sticks. And it is passed, trying to intercept it by Ella with a huge jump off the field there. And it is intercepted and blocked by Georgia and picked up by Ella. Once again, Georgia with a great cause turnover there.
Yes, Ella gets it up to Bella very quickly. That Ella-Bella connection.
Bell, yep. It's a solid team right there. And they are back in settled play again, moving the ball around there. You know, we'll probably be seeing a lot more of this moving in the second half. If Jesuit continues to gain possession of the ball, you know, as they increase their score, they're not going to be quite as eager to shoot right away, you know, taking a few less risks.
Sydney Landauer in right there with
a great goal.
Wow.
Sends the goalie to her knees.
Wow.
Jumping to the side there. That was fantastic. That can be the hardest shot to block for a goalie. Once again, speaking from my experience, in case I haven't
Kat
brought
was
that
a
one up.
former goalie.
I was a former goalie, but at the opposite side hip from your stick hand, that can be a hard one because you got to like swoop the stick around, get to the side there. It can be difficult to block, even almost maybe harder than a low shot.
Yes, and Sydney
Yes,
Landauer with
that was
another goal
beautiful
there.
placement. And goalie was so close there too. She has great reflexes, but was just a second shy there. I mean, that can just be. Jesuit has incredible shots. They can be intimidating to be defending in the goal. And
Yes,
let me tell you, it'll leave a bruise if you get hit by one. So
as tough of a shot that is to defend. I mean, what a shot by Sydney.
Yeah.
There, just wrapping around like three
Just-
defenders there.
swung out there. It's like we got some kind of call.
Confusion on the field.
And we're back into play after brief pause by the refs with another check.
Nice defense there.
Yeah, it's been interesting. And we got a interception again after a pass. There's been a lot of interceptions in this game.
Yes, there has.
But yeah, it looks like the refs haven't been calling the checks too much, which is interesting. Usually that's one of their favorite things to call. But there's been...
but it's just that playoff mentality.
It's just that playoff mentality. Even the refs have it. They're letting him get away with a lot. There's been a good amount of swinging, too, that I've seen. But attempt to pass it into the middle there to Eliza Daigle for a shot, but it is dropped. Pass back to the goalie. It seems like Lakeridge has a tendency to do that. You know, if they recover the ball on their defense, they'll pass it out to the goalie to try to get it clear. And just moving it forward and backward, trying to get a look. Ball was dropped with a call that I'm not sure what it was.
Calling Ella Smith there. Something
happened.
But it is true that kind of playoff mentality. Even the refs kind of have it. The NBA, some more like playoff fouls where they let a few more things slide. But
sometimes they'll let more things slide. Sometimes they'll let fewer things slide.
You never know. It's just that playoff mentality.
It's just that playoff mentality. It takes control of your mind. All right, we got an 8-meter shot there by number 10, Aiden McCullough.
For Lakeridge.
For Lakeridge, yes. And she actually is the has the highest shot percentage with the first goal for Lakeridge
finally
there.
puts one in. And it looks to be
like there's a call.
Back. Some confusion on the field right now.
So maybe not. And the goal is allowed. It is first point for Lakeridge there by Aiden. And she has, as I was saying, she has the highest shot percentage for Lakeridge with a 66.7% shot rate, having made 8 goals out of 12 shots earlier in the season. So, not quite as many goals as some of her teammates, but a pretty good percentage out there.
Yeah.
We can compare that, though, to Bella Sobel, who has the highest percentage for the Jesuit Crusaders with 67.8, and 69.1 shot percent rate, having made 47 goals out of 68. So, really high consistency, and
only takes good shots.
Yeah, even with a great number. And Lakeridge had there another attempt for a quick look to goal, but pass was overthrown, giving Jesuit possession after the ball went out of bounds. That would have been dangerous, though. Lakeridge gained a little momentum there. Just running down the field with the ball, trying to get a pass right in front of the goal. And if that pass had been successful, I'm sure Lakeridge would have gotten another goal right there. That was phenomenal, undefended look to goal that I didn't see what number, but that one of the girls had there. Jesuit, however, has got possession, and they are looking for another goal, trying to make up for Lakeridge's shot there. And Daigle tries to take it in, but is kept out. And it looks like Jesuit is running a play of some sort out there. We can hear the yells from Coach Colson as they're moving it around.
Send it over to Parker House behind the goal there.
Yeah. Out to Bella. Lots of cuts through. And they're spreading it out. Let's see what they're planning on doing. Just keeping it moving, keeping a lot of distance between them, but keeping all the defenders staying pretty close in. Except for, this is
playing a bit of the passing game here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to try as defense finally kind of steps out and tries to intimidate them. One defender
yelling.
Yelling a lot, trying to intimidate Daigle, but she does not crack under the pressure. That is for sure. That's the thing about Jesuit is they are used to it.
Apparently, not apparently, I think she was maybe yelling, "I got ball," or
Yeah, got ball. That's one of the most common phrases you'll hear yelled in women's lacrosse, and I'm sure if we did not have our headsets on, we would hear it a little bit more. But
I think the players knew that she got ball. I don't know. That's just my assumption.
I'm sure they were trying to let her know there, because it's an important thing to know.
Sarah Noboom comes off the field.
And Maya Erickson going in on defense. But
Over to Sydney
and
Landauer.
that same girl was just making sure everyone knows she has ball. But yeah, that's one of the most common things. I'm surprised there actually hasn't been too much talk up to this point on the field. Normally that's something you hear a lot of. So
Jesuit's been holding the ball for over a minute and a half now.
yeah, really just trying to take advantage of the possession and keep Lakeridge from having the ability to score even at this point. It's becoming defense across the entire field of not only trying to keep them from scoring, but keeping them from even having the opportunity to do so. And the defense is trying to step out a little bit, maybe gain that ball, so Jesuit can't be doing this, but they haven't had too much success so far, and the ref kind of getting in the way there a little bit.
Over to Parker House there. Sends it over
So-
to Samantha Rude.
Still just passing the ball around. Even the goalie is stepping out now, trying to get that ball from Jesuit, and they can't. Jesuit is just passing it around. They are not going to let Lakeridge even touch the ball at this point. And so far it's been phenomenal that we have seen no dropped passes, that every single pass has been successful because, it's kind of key for this style of play is to make sure that ball doesn't touch the field or else that gives Lakeridge the opportunity to pick it right up. And there's a check and no call. And the ball is dropped, and the goalie picks it up.
So after about 3 minutes of the passing game, Lakeridge finally gets possession back. About 2.5 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, let's see if they can score in these last 2.5 minutes there as they, number 2 is sprinting on the field. There is some sort of a call, and it is Jesuit's ball.
Just as Lakeridge gets possession, they lose it again. Georgia Gray with the
Give it
ball
right
now.
back, past
Sending
to
it over
Grace
to
Lee.
fellow JCTVer Grace Lee up to Bella Sobel.
And they're, I think, going for another play here. Yeah, we're starting to hear the communication pick up a little bit. And earlier in the game, you couldn't hear the players talking too much. But, it's something that's really important to the game is knowing what your teammates are doing, knowing what they're planning, knowing where they are, especially on defense. So I think Lakeridge is really trying to pick that communication up.
And
another goal by Bella
Another
Sobel
goal
there,
for Bella Sobel.
with a minute and a half left.
Jesuits up 9-1. About a minute and a half left, as Kat said.
Yes. But, I think they're really hoping that by communicating a little bit more, they'll be able to slow Jesuit down a little bit. Because, the noise can be distracting for the attackers, and it can also be really helpful if you're focused on the player in front of you to know what is going on with everyone else around you. So it's good that they're starting up with that a little bit. And let's see if Jesuit will reciprocate, too. While they're attacking with the communication. Obviously, we can all hear Coach Colson, making sure our team knows what's going on, but we'll see if the team follows suit. As we take it back to the draw that is, I believe, Grace Lee on the draw. I recognize your cleats and her white headband. And Ella Smith tries to recover it, but it is going way down the field now into Jesuit defensive territory. There's a girl down on the field. She gets back up, and Nina has the ball now. Not quite sure how that happened. I was a little focused on the girl down on the field, but Jesuit has possession of the ball. Moving it down the field, and it looks like everyone is okay. So
Yes, minute left in the half.
Jesuit probably trying to get one more goal in there to just secure the lead going in the second half.
giving it to one of their best goal scorers, Sydney Landauer.
And the goalie is running out and like tagging Grace there for reasons I'm not entirely sure of. I think maybe just trying to.
I think Grace is it. They were playing a game of tag.
It looks like an attempt at defense to maybe kind of also show that like there's a girl open this close that she could get past to, but isn't always the widest move to step out of the goal when there's such a potential for a shot.
Yes.
But we've seen this goal moving around a lot, stepping out for that interception, stepping out for Grace, takes it and gets the goal despite a shove to the ground there at the end.
Second score of the night for Grace Lee, fellow JCTVer.
She's doing great.
She's doing great.
Graceful out there on the field.
Yep.
Gleeful at her success.
Making all the Grace Lee puns we can.
We got to do it.
If Jesuit scores one more by the end of the half and Lakeridge does not, it will be running clock start of the second half.
It will be running clock of the second half. Start of the second half. That's the phrase. But as I was saying before Grace had that fantastic shot, we've seen a lot of movement with this goalie. She's been coming out a lot, even acting defensive towards the attackers, trying to get on them, put a body on them when they're getting too close to her, stepping out for that interception, and really just almost not even acting like a goalie at some points, which it can be risky.
Ella Smith finally controls it there.
Yes.
Bring it up the field.
With 20 seconds left, trying for that final goal, running down the field.
She's hitting
a little bit of pushing there. I'm surprised there's not been any calls. It's definitely the play has been getting a little more rough as she takes it in for a goal and shoots it with 6 seconds left. That's another goal for Ella Smith.
She scores, putting it to a 10-point lead just before the half. Jesuit up 11-1. Goalie is not happy with the defense there for Lakeridge. But
Ella had two girls on him, managed to get around both of them to get a great look, pretty much right on top of the goalie there.
Yes, some very nice footwork there.
Yeah, and that is the end with Jesuit up by 10 points going into the second half. We will have that running clock, and I'm sure Jesuit's feeling pretty good about how this game is going for them.
Yes, good way to end the half, and a very good start to their playoffs, up 11-1. I'm
sure Lakeridge, is really looking for a bit of a change of pace going into the second half, and I'm sure they're going to have a great talk with their coaches to kind of get a shift in energy there.
Yes. Well, this has been a fun half. We will be back at the start of the second half. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this second half of women's lacrosse play between the Jesuit Crusaders and the Lakeridge Lakers.
In playoffs round 1.
Round 1. Jesuit is currently up 11-1. Start of the second half. We'll be running clock, but if Lakeridge scores, that will be turned off. So both teams looking to get off to quick starts.
Jesuit a little bit more so, I think, so they can get home. Yellow card for slashing. Finally getting a call on the checks out there. Or on the attempts at checks that are not legal. That'll be 2 minutes for number 3, not on the field. And that is not a good start to a half of a game.
No, it is not.
So Lakers will be starting one player down. That means,
Just more opportunities for the Crusaders.
Yeah, they'll have one less defender to keep the attackers out and one less attacker when they're trying to get a ball in. So that's a huge
Nice
huge
save.
disadvantage.
No. Excuse me. Another goal by Sydney
right off the
Landauer.
bat there. First 30 seconds by Sydney, and the running clock just keeps on ticking. Weather's actually starting to clear up here a little bit.
Yeah, starting to become a little bit of a sunny night, one might say.
Sunny night. It's like a contradiction there. I think that playoff mentality is getting you.
It might be. It might be. Yeah, so Jesuit off to a quick start this half.
Of course, the time to recover and get back set up for the draws takes longer than actually scoring the goal itself with the running clock. It has been about 45 seconds since the goal has been made, and we are still yet to start play back up again here as Ella gets ready to take the draw for her team.
We're seeing first draw of the night for Ella Smith as she recovers it.
And just sprints down the field, passes it to Sydney. Sydney is blocked there, drops the ball, but quickly recovers it, passes it out to Brooke Olson. Passes it into Sam, and Sam passes it back out there, unable to get a good look.
Over to Ella Smith.
Jesuit is just speeding here, trying to get look after look on goal, passing it in and out, cutting in and out, while they have the advantage of... Oh, wait, the other player is back in, actually. Oh, and the ball was dropped.
But it is picked up by Ella Smith there.
Yeah, and we're back to even already. That is one of the good things about a running clock is yellow card. Oh, now we're back even. Is yellow cards seem to last a little bit shorter amount of time. And the ball is...
It's a goal for Ella Smith.
Sure.
The score is now 13-1.
Sure, that's disappointing.
Kind of a weird goal there. She looks
it
as if she kind of just hit it in.
The goalie blocked it. It was a little bit of a slow shot and bounced off her stick and bounced to the turf in, and I'm sure that is disappointing. But sure, great for Jesuit, but as a goalie, that can be really hard to deal with. So hopefully, she'll get some good blocks coming up here. She has had some pretty good saves so far this night. Yeah. We'll see how it goes for the next, now less than 22 minutes in this game. Gotta tell you, the running clock just makes everything just speed by. Yellow cards, time in between, whole half, but yeah. And Lakeridge with the ball there, looking to get a goal. That is number 3, who is Amadea Bortoli, who was the one who just had her yellow card there. And they are looking for a goal. Jesuit keeping them out, though. And the ball is down. They're sprinting after it. Barely covered there by Lakeridge. Still just moving the ball around. Trying to get any look on goal. And, look
shot
at that.
In there is...
She tried to golf shot it in. That is that is the not so technical name for it. Or a girl just tries to roll it across the ground, get a low shot, catch the goalie off guard, but Nina was too ready, popped her stick down, and just shot that ball right up and over the top of the goal, making sure nothing gets in past her.
Speaking of golf, both of our teams are state champions this year.
Yes.
Shout out to man on the broadcast tonight, Austin Boyle, on that men's Jesuit golf team.
Fantastic job by golf. Let's see if
Andrew Reinhardt, the
yes.
team champion and the overall champion for the tournament. So
oh, that's impressive.
yeah, very very nice job done there by all of our golfers.
I think Haley Hummel also was the best on her team. I saw her with 2 medals today in macro. So for the women's golf team, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
And hopefully, women's lacrosse will be able to bring home another state championship for us this year. They made it to the finals last year. Maybe this year they'll win the finals. Who knows what'll happen?
Yes, some tough competition this year, but nothing that Jesuit hasn't seen yet. And a
goal.
Second goal of the night for the Lakers.
By Marie Hartfield there, just right over the top of Ziggy almost. Like stick lifted up in the air, shot down over Ziggy and kind of under Nina there. It was a nice low bounce shot in.
Yes. Second goal of the night.
Rapid, though. That was unexpected. I was not thinking she was going to take that shot, and she kind of went like over her, which I'm surprised is not a call because that's a little risky, but props to her. Taking a risk with that playoff mentality on it.
I think that's the playoff mentality.
That's like the prime example of the playoff mentality right there.
Speaking of props, Jesuits Playfest is next weekend. Nice transition there.
Great transition there.
So tickets are on sale next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's when the show's going on. Tickets are already on sale.
Tickets are on sale.
Go on the Jesuit website. You can see my fellow announcer here, Owen McDonough, in Playfest. So be sure you come check that out in the E.L. Wiggins Studio Theater.
Yep.
As the ball is intercepted by Jesuit, and Lakeridge recovers it, though. But, yeah.
One of my favorite studio theaters.
The E.L. Wiggins?
Yeah, it's the only one I know, but one of my favorites.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yes, a great drama program.
Yeah. We also have state. Oh, another goal.
Hey, another goal there. Brings the lead down to 10.
Still have that running clock, but, Lakeridge is really picking up a little momentum here. That was a goal from pretty far out, like past a lot of defenders, which once again is risky. To be taking shots like that because there's potential calls of like dangerous propelling, that kind of thing. So I'm surprised, but they're really just going for the goals, trying to get what other opportunities they can to try to decrease the differential in scores.
Yes. Grace Lee on the draw right now.
Grace Lee also participates in theater. Fun fact, she was in our production of Matilda this year, so... Not only is she a world-class lacrosse player, she is a world-class actress. And number 3 is down in the attempt to get that ground ball. You can really see the aggression coming out here. They're just trying to get those points back one by one.
Playing with that playoff mentality.
That playoff mentality, it's really coming out here the second half with those shots by Lakeridge. But, Jesuits trying to get their lead back up here, back down on the attack. And I think that was the longest that we have seen Lakeridge attacking in the entire game here at the beginning of the second half. So Jesuits got it back, though, and we have Kiana looking for a goal, pulls it back out to Olivia Porter now. Olivia back to Kiana. Kiana over to Sam. Yes, Sam Rude. To Lando. And Lando looks for a goal, can't quite get it though, and is bombarded by Lake Oswego defense. And there's a push there.
Lakeridge, rather.
What did I say? Lake Oswego?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. They both start with Lake.
It's okay. We'll get them next time.
Next time. Jesuit back with the goal ball and a shot and a goal by Eliza Daigle there, number 16. Bringing Jesuit back up to an 11-point lead there after a couple of shots by Lakeridge. Got it. trying to make sure that they stay ahead by 10 at least. So, yeah, I definitely think that defense is a little unprepared for Lakeridge to be so aggressive there, Haven't been spending a lot of time with the ball down there, and the girls came down and they just really went for it. So I think defense was caught a little off guard, but we'll see if Lakeridge can get the ball again, get back down there. I'm sure defense will be ready to stop and make sure they don't get any more shots off this half. And we got Grace Lee on the draw again. And it is up and to the ground and recovered by Lakeridge. We got a call, though, on that, and Lakeridge has the ball again. Lakeridge just sprinting into goal, trying to get a look, and another shot off, and it is in.
Another goal for Lakeridge.
That was a quick look there. My gosh, it was down the field, passed in the middle, and shot right away.
I'm sure Lakeridge hopes they were playing like this the whole game.
Yeah, they've really, really picked it up here. And I mean, you can definitely see that they're really playing hard, taking advantage of the fast looks rather than, settled play, because in settled play it looks like they haven't been having quite as much success. So they're just trying to go for it as quickly as possible before they get too many girls on them. Yeah. Lakeridge is definitely taking some risks, though, on attack. You can see it with their shots. And I'm surprised that there haven't been more calls made about the legality of those shots according to the women's lacrosse rules. Grace Lee's down.
And it will be going to Jesuit.
I have no clue if there was a call on that or if there was a call, what it was, but she's got the ball and is sprinting down the field, passing it to Lando. They're trying to get they're still a pretty great lead, but trying to get that, extensive lead back. As Bella has the ball. We can definitely hear the talk picking up a little bit more in the second half. I think as Lakeridge, and the shot goes wide. That is the first shot we have seen that has not either been blocked or it looks like we've got something wrong on the field with Ella. She is going off the field. I'm not quite sure what happens there, but it looks like she is dealing with an injury of some sort there as TJ's looking at her. It looks like maybe she got hit in the head while she was taking that shot. All right, and it looks like Ella is off for the moment, and Kiana goes on for her, and that's a really big shame for Ella. So we really hope that she is okay. It'll be ready to either get back on the field for this game or on Friday, because she is a big asset to the team. So hopefully she is okay.
Yes, Jesuit still maintaining that 10-point lead right now. Playing a bit of the passing game, about 13 minutes left in this half.
Ball is down, recovered by Sydney. Pass over to Bella who goes for a shot, and it is
some sort of penalty in there.
It looks like Bella's goggles are off. I couldn't quite see what was going on. There's a whole lot of people going on.
Got knocked off.
And there is a timeout called. Yeah, it looked like there were a lot of people charging Bella there, and it was a block shot, and looks like maybe Bella got hit too. But, trying to take a minute to recuperate, get things back with the same momentum they had in the first half. As Lakeridge probably, discusses how they're going to be able to keep up the high number of shots that they've had. Yeah, it's been an eventful second half.
Yes.
There's a lot going on here.
A lot more goals from at least Lakeridge's side, a lot more than last half. But Jesuit
Definitely, yeah.
just trying to maintain this lead.
Yes, it's you can definitely see Lakers stepping up both on attack and defense. You know, the way that they're approaching some of these attempts for shots, you know, is getting a little crazy, and then also, you know, just how they're trying to take the shots themselves, taking any slight opportunity they have. But yeah, that it's for sure is getting a little intense out there on the field. Let's see what else we've got going on here in the team huddles. Looks like
Maybe a bit of a coaches meeting.
talking maybe about potential fouls that have been deeply problematic. This can happen sometimes if there's been any big severe issues. The refs will call the coaches aside and say, "Hey, talk to your teams about this. We've been seeing a lot of this, and it needs to stop." So we'll see if we see any changes in play out there on the field here after this little brief interlude with the coaches.
Yes.
Looks like they are trying to signal to end the huddles, and neither team seems to want to be breaking up. Colson is getting passionate out there in the discussion with the refs. Definitely seems to be a little bit of intense hand signaling out there. I don't know if you see that or not, but
Yes.
very, very passionate. She is a passionate coach, and she will fight for her players until the end. Let's see. A little bit of and they're going in for their cheer to end this huddle out here. Jesuit taking the field again, and trying to see. It looks like Ella still doesn't have her goggles back on, so I don't think she's quite ready to go back in. So we'll see if we see her again during this game. And the coaches might also be making the decision to keep her out, you know, just to make sure that she'll be okay for Friday. Not to make an assumption that Jesuit will win, but based on their lead and the time left on the clock, I'd say they got a pretty good shot at making it into quarterfinals. And Jesuit is taking the field again, getting ready to play. It looks like Bella has an 8-meter shot there, so there must have been some sort of a call on that last shot right before that timeout, as she goes in for it and makes it right into that top left corner.
Goal there.
Beautiful shot. Goldie could not get there in time. That was fantastic.
Very good.
I would have stopped it, but I'm left-handed, so my stick's always right up there in that left corner.
Classic.
I can't get him on the right side, but I can get him on the left side.
Classic Cat, always bringing that playoff mentality.
Bring that playoff mentality, even when I'm not down on the field. Yeah, that's so fun fact about goalies is it gives you an advantage if you're left-handed like me, because usually most players are right-handed, so they'll, you know, it's your sticks line up because they're not on opposite sides of the body, and it gives you a better chance of blocking shots. And also throws players off a little bit because they were not expecting you to be left-handed. It's a little fun surprise for everyone on the field.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, whoa.
What happened? No clue what's going on there. Yeah. And Jesuit comes up with the ball after a lengthy attempt to recover the draw. Eliza Daigle running down the field, passing girls up, and it looks like there was, no, just kidding, maybe not. I was going to say it looks like there was a brief offsides, but it did not happen. Jesuit with the ball in settled play, trying to get a goal.
Looks as if Ella Smith will be coming back in.
Yes, what a
Good to see.
trooper.
Good to see.
And the ball is dropped And Lakeridge is deeply excited by that. As the goalie just deputied herself. That's interesting. So, as you can see, the goalie there was running around being defended by Bella as she was out of the crease. So, she wasn't protected by her little circle. Ball is out, and as they transition, I'll explain a little bit more about deputying. So, if the goalie is out of the crease, she can drop the ball back into the crease, and then she can step in. You can't step into the crease while you have the ball, but you can deputy it, which is you can either drop it back in and go back in and get it yourself, or you can drop it in, and then another girl can go in and get it for you. And because I was not the best at clearing, it was a tactic I utilized sometimes. So, yeah, Nina doesn't need to do that. She's fantastic at clears, as you can see. I mean, she's got great distance on her passes, great accuracy, gets it out to the girl every time, but I was not that good.
Classic Cat.
Classic Cat. There's a reason I'm up here in the booth now, everyone.
It's because you took broadcast journalism.
It's because I took broadcast journalism. And also
same reason I'm up here.
Well, also because I stopped playing. I could be down there on the field, but series of events led me to be up here announcing for my team instead. And I gotta say, it's great to watch them play. It's great to have a new viewpoint on everything and see it from up above here. It gives you a whole new look at how they're playing. Speaking of, Jesuit is playing pretty well right now, protecting the ball, keeping it to themselves with 9 minutes left and a 11-point lead. Little flip pass there to Eliza. And attempt at a goal, or not attempt, but a look to goal, but couldn't quite get it. Pass back out. Eliza with the shot, goes just wide. Now we've only seen 2 shots actually go wide in this entire game. The rest of them either been in or blocked. So I think that's really a testament to the shooting abilities of both teams. They have the accuracy. It's just the only thing that's been really keeping them out much is the goalies.
Yeah. Jesuit controlling possession right now. Just letting time go by.
Trying to keep that lead up, trying to keep Lakeridge from having the attempt to score as they continue to pass that ball around. And Lakeridge is really going out playing a wide defense to match the wide attack style right now, trying to get the ball as Bella gets right in the middle with
Another goal there for Bella. Moves the lead to 12.
Looks like we got a little bit of a dispute here about whether or maybe not. No dispute. Yeah.
No dispute. That was a goal.
That was a goal. It bounced out there. So I thought maybe for a second the refs were going to try to counter it, and then I'd have to get a little mad because it was definitely a goal. It just bounced right back out. But Bella's really been going for those top left corner shots here, and she's been doing pretty well with them. We can see the goalie out there on the field now practicing, getting ready for maybe more of that style of shot to come, making sure she's going to get it next time. But seems to be a position that Bella really likes to take there, and when she knows will do well against this goalie. And the draw is up with Grace Lee getting right after it and gaining possession for her team. Going down the field there with a pass to Brooke Olsen out to Sam Rude. The ball is in the middle and it is swatted down and still recovered by Jesuit, but there is a check across the body. The ball goes to number 11 for Jesuit, and that is Karis Ha.
Sister of fellow JCTV or DJ, huh?
DJ, yeah. Got JCTV representation all over the place out here. And we've got the ref stopping time to make sure everyone gets out of her way so she has a good look to goal from the 12-meter. I doubt she'll take it. Yeah, just based on the fact that Jesuit's sitting in a pretty good position right now. By the time she's sprinted in to get a closer shot, she would definitely have some girls in her way. And She's not trying to get a yellow card right now for dangerous propulsion, which is pretty much any time a girl takes a shot and it could potentially hit someone or there's a girl standing in her way of the goal. And the ball is dropped on a pass and recovered by Sam there. Passing it around again, just trying to maintain possession and keep Lakeridge from having it, but not shooting themselves, once again, because if a shot goes wrong, that's just another chance for Lakeridge to get possession. So just holding on to it and not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
It's a strategy for sure, and it takes a whole lot of skill to have that many passes and the stamina to just be running around that much. Looks like we've got a call on the play.
About 5.5 minutes left.
And Ella has the ball with not an 8-meter, but she's positioned on a hash and turns and passes it out. Once again, not taking advantage of a pretty good look to goal there, but playing it safe, making sure that the goalie doesn't block it and get the ball out to her team. And despite that playoff mentality of taking risks, you can see that Jesuits in a pretty good position right now, so they're feeling comfortable enough to play it safe and just kind of hold on to the ball for as long as possible, like we saw them doing at the end of the first half there. Lakeridge is definitely pressuring them, though, trying to get the ball back, trying to get some sort of problem.
Sydney Landauer going in there, can't find anything.
Yeah.
As Karis Hudd drops it, but picks it back up.
You can see him kind of starting to extend the defense, that is. Maybe starting to look to step out, try to put a little pressure on the girls and get them to drop it, but not quite enough that they're too extended to be able to step back in and block or crash if necessary. You can see Grace Lee getting a lot of pressure out there, though, with the ball, as well as Amanda. Some defenders are getting a little more bold than others. Normally that has to do a little bit with how long they've been playing, how comfortable they feel with their own skills, and a girl that's a little more new to the game won't be as comfortable stepping out and trying to pressure someone. Someone that's been playing a while will definitely feel willing to do that, as you can see there. Number 20 for Lakers trying to get a interception and doesn't quite get there in time. The ball's back out to Grace. A little flip pass there. A little sneaky move. Hard to keep track of. It's
quite sneaky.
Very sneaky. And there is a call of a push on the goalie. The goalie was called with the push. That's what I was talking about, with sometimes being that aggressive of goalie can really hurt you, as she now has to be behind number 12, Parker House. Parker has a free 8-meter, no goalie in the goal. And
she
of course she makes it. No one there to stop her.
2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. Jesuit has built their lead to 13. The score is now 17-4. Kat, what have you seen from Jesuit this game that has just cemented this win and that they should look at and say, that was fantastic, we should do that more next game?
I think they've been doing a pretty good job, especially in the second half. In this little series we just saw here of passing, of keeping control of the ball. Obviously there are a few little fumbles, but as they start to get up against, these top-ranked teams in quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, any mistake like that is going to be picked up on and taken advantage of by the other team immediately. So I think from the beginning to later on in this game, we've really seen a lot of growth by the girls of not making those mistakes, not dropping the balls, especially in this settled play, and it's really great practice for keeping control of things, making sure that the other team doesn't have a chance to get it. So I think they've been doing really well with that, and that skill, now that they've had the time to work on, especially in this game, in a game situation, will be really helpful as they move forward in playoffs.
Yes, well, Jesuit should be looking at this game with a lot of positivity.
Yeah.
A very nice win.
Attempt at a shot, and there is some sort of call. Looks like number, I can't see her number, but one of the Lakeridge girls has an 8-meter shot out there. We'll see if Nina manages to stop it. Oh.
And they score.
Yeah,
Or
looks like there is
just some confusion on the field. About 55 seconds left.
in the game as Jesuit has a lead of 12. But we just had a goal there by number 10, Aiden McCullough. But that was a great shot, really took advantage of her position and just got right in on top of Nina. Got close enough that she could just shoot right around her with enough speed that, barely had time to react and get in front of it, which is, that's what being right on top of the goalie gets you. And we've got another attempt at a shot for Lakeridge, but it goes wide. She just picks it right up and keeps going. I think it went out of bounds. That's okay. And the ball is down.
About 12 seconds left. Brooke Olsen picks it up.
Jesuit recovers possession of the ball. 5 seconds left.
4, 3, 2,
and the ball is
1.
on the field as the
game is
ends.
over. Jesuit seals this victory. We'll move on to the second round of the playoffs.
Yes, quarterfinals against Westview on Friday. That game will be at Westview, so sadly we will not be broadcasting.
No, we will not. Well, this has been fun, guys. I'm Owen McDonough.
I'm Kat Grimmy. Thanks for keeping with us this season.
Yes, our whole crew tonight was Wyatt Warrington, Austin Boyle, Nazara Wad, our moderator, Mr. Powers. Mr. Hogan stepped in for a little bit. A lot of fun tonight. Thank you guys for listening, and good Crusader victory. Thank you.